102.3 WBAB, Long Island's #1 rock station. Click last songs played at WBAB.com. You get the artist and title of every song you hear at BAB. Zeppelin fans, very happy. Coming up this summer, Myrtle Beach will be the new home of Hard Rock Park, the world's first rock and roll theme park, and we're sending you there to experience Led Zeppelin to ride. 15 stories high and 65 miles an hour with 6 loops, all while Whole Lotta Loves cranks out the speakers. Listen for your shot in BAB 9 to 5 for double shots at Led Zeppelin and your shot to win a VIP trip to Hard Rock Park from Long Island's #1 rock station, 102.3 WBAB. It started because I started playing with my stuff at the house, going from CDs, well, they didn't have CDs back then, going from the record to the cassette deck to the 8-track player, and then back to the record. And I guess my friends dug it, although I never hung out with them because I was always over at the table with the stereo. I would always play them new music, and I got a kick out of that. And when I got older, I got involved being a roadie and a sound man, a light man for a band, and then started DJing in nightclubs. It was a network where you came up with your own radio shows and became part of a kaleidoscope network, they called it. So I had a little 15-minute show that was part of a 1-hour segment that was sent out to colleges and broadcast around the country. And that's where you learned about diction and breathing and the FCC laws and how to use a razor to edit tape and stuff like that. And of course, in the 26-7 years that have passed since then, the industry's changed quite a bit. There's no more reel-to-reels. Old schoolers are still using it, but now everything is digital. After DJing in the clubs and getting that under my belt, found out about this radio station called WBAB that was looking for somebody to drive vans to make deliveries. I figured it was a way to get my foot in the door. I took the job doing the deliveries, and about a year into it, I started a little show called Fingers Metal Shop. And that lasted 21 years. And along the way, I learned a variety of things at the radio station. I did the assistant promotion director, I did sales, out on the streets, in the studios. Eventually made myself into a 7 to midnight jock, and I was the metal guy. And then I moved into afternoon drive. Metal shop finally came to an end as I chased other endeavors like motorcycle television and stuff, and reinvented myself with the motorcycle community. And that has been the past couple of years. I've been now at BAB for 26 years. The networking is key because not only do you get to meet people to find out different things that they can offer to you, but it's a chance for you to give people a taste of who you are, to make an impression on what you can offer to them. And if you can get a couple of situations where you can shine and the right people are in that circle, that name and that shine will pass on outside the circle very quickly, and you'll become the go-to guy for XYZ. In fact, one of the things I would champion people to do is during your education, pick up an internship at a radio station to really get a hands-on and eyes-on view and experience of what radio is really like, because it has changed immensely. Corporate world has changed it, digital world has changed it, advertising has changed. I've met just about all of the famous rock stars that I've wanted to meet. Kiss, Alice Cooper, Robert Plant, Ozzy Osbourne. I've sat down and broke bread with a lot of these guys. I've been around for up-and-comers like Motley Crue, the Black Crowes, and seen them through their whole career and the demise of their career and the rebirth of their career. Well, I think the good thing about ZDT is that you have an opportunity to network. I mean, that's the thing. You'll not only get the education that you want and the lead into experience that you'll need, but you'll also have an opportunity to network. And that's really the key thing, because if you're a likable person, you got a fire in your belly and passion in your heart, people feed on that. And corporations like people like that in the building. This thing that Zach and I worked on was the high school variety show, where I was the master of special effects with buckets of hot water and blocks of dry ice and a couple of lights on the floor. And then, if I recall correctly, Zachary lost one of his platform shoes into the audience, which was a great ending to the song. which of course everybody thought was planned, but it wasn't. We've also experienced some fun times doing promotions on the road with WBAB's rock band throughout a couple of summers. And, you know, I've been around him for his movie endeavors and for his disc jockeying schools and all the different things. I'm trying to take people's desire to ride their motorcycles and at the same time their limitations on time, and funnel the information where people take their short scoots, so to speak, and be able to pass that around and give everybody a chance to have a new ride, make some new friends, check out some new music, some new food. So I've been working on the Short Scoots television project, and Zach and I worked very closely on it in the summer of '06 when we went out to the warehouse of Chris Angel, who was a Long Islander transplanted out to Nevada. And we met him in Vegas, and we did a interview with him, which turned over into an interview with Count from Count's Customs, who was next door to the warehouse where we were shooting. And that turned into hanging out with him and Vince Neil, who was having a golf cart converted into a '57 Chevy by Count and his crew. So that was a great time, a lot of fun, and we got some great footage from a good Long Island guy. And Zach and I are always looking to do new and different things, and this may be an opportunity for you to work with Zach.